Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. I'm back again today with a quick look at the limited edition holiday trio that is available from Cupcake Polish right now. I'll link their storefront and social media down below. This trio of 3 gorgeous flaky jewel tone polishes were sent to me for review, and I'll go ahead and get right into the swatches. So first up is Silent Night, and this polish is described as a light gold polish packed with super shiny silver flakies and a subtle hollow effect. So even though this has a ton of silver flakies, you can see they're there in the bottle, it does have a beautiful gold color payoff. So here's a quick look at that brush shot, and then I'll show you how Silent Night swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first easy coat again on my shorties. I do believe that these have almost a very slightly tinted jelly base, but because they're so jam-packed with flakies and glitter, they have amazing color payoff. So one coat was maybe a little bit sheer, so I'm going to go ahead and let that dry and then show you how it builds up with a second coat. So here's a look at my quick second coat. I did go in for just a nice and normal second coat here, and it easily brought this polish completely opaque. I think with super careful application with all 3 of these colors from the trio, if you go in for a nice thicker first coat, you could totally get this opaque in just one. So here's a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting. There are a ton of flakes in this polish, but not a whole lot of texture. I do of course recommend going in with 1 coat of your favorite glossy top coat. So here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a little bit of overcast sunlighting, and then my final swatch photo at an angle in that same sunlight. So next up is Winter Cheer, and this has got to be my top pick. It's just absolutely beautiful, plus it's red and this beautiful flaky finish. So this polish is described as a fire engine red polish packed with super shiny silver flakies and that same subtle hollow effect. So here's a quick look at that brush shot. You can see all those flakies already on the brush there, and then I'll show you how Winter Cheer swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first easy coat. The opacity of this polish is nothing to play around with. It's super amazing. It was maybe a touch sheer towards my sidewalls, but that's totally my application. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry and then show you how it built up for me with that second coat. So here's a look at my second coat. I did go in for just a nice normal second coat here again, and it did for sure bring this polish completely opaque. I also do feel like it made the red maybe a little bit deeper, so if you're into a more vibrant red, you may want to go with 2 coats. So here's a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting. Stunning there for sure, but then here's another view from another angle in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat, and I am living for this finish in this shade. So this is my final swatch photo at an angle again in that direct sunlight. So to round out the trio today, I have Jingle Bells, and this is described as a Kelly green polish packed with super shiny silver flakies and a subtle hollow effect. So here's a quick look at that bottle shot. I did have a tiny bit of separation in my bottle, but it really didn't affect application at all, and a good shake really helps get everything back together. So here's a quick look at that brush shot, and then I'll show you how Jingle Bells swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at my first coat. Again, this one is pretty opaque, maybe just a tiny bit sheer there towards my tips, but really good color payoff and a really easy formula to work with. So I'll go ahead and let that dry and then show you how it built up for me with that second coat. So here's a look at my second and final coat, and it does for sure just bring this polish completely opaque. It maybe deepens up that finish a little bit and of course adds even more glitter. So here's a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. This is such a beautiful Christmas type of green. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat, and this is my final swatch photo at an angle in that same direct sunlight. So that does wrap up my swatch and review of the limited edition holiday trio for 2017. These are available right now, so hop on over to her website if you're interested. If you'd like to see any more photos of any of the polishes featured here today, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.com, or you can also follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.